英語で国内ニュースです。優しい英語で今日の出来事をお届けします。
Typhoon number 15 may make landfall in the Tohoku region on Tuesday afternoon, August 11th. Strong winds and heavy rain could cause flooding, landslides, and swollen rivers. The Kanto region may also see thunderstorms and locally intense rain. Travel plans during the holiday period could be affected. High waves will continue around Okinawa.
Authorities in Kumamoto Prefecture say 39 people have died in the earthquake, including people suspected of dying from disaster-related causes. The figure was recorded as of 7:30 a.m. on August 9th. A total of 6,332 people were staying in evacuation shelters across the prefecture at that time.
Heavy rain caused a debris flow in Azumino, Nagano Prefecture, on the night of August 8th. Mud flowed onto a prefectural road and swept away a bridge. The road leads to the trailhead for Mount Subakuro in the Northern Alps. About 390 people at several lodging facilities may have been stranded.
August 9th marks 81 years since an atomic bomb was dropped on Nagasaki. At a peace memorial ceremony, Mayor Shiro Suzuki said humanity and nuclear weapons can never coexist. With fewer survivors and growing tensions over nuclear weapons, Nagasaki renewed its call to become the last place to suffer an atomic bombing.
Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi said there was nothing she could say at this time about a possible cabinet reshuffle or changes to Liberal Democratic Party leadership. Speaking at a news conference in Nagasaki, she said the government was using all its strength to respond to the Kumamoto earthquake. She gave no further details.
Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi said Japan continues to maintain its three non-nuclear principles: not possessing, producing, or allowing nuclear weapons into the country. A group representing atomic bomb survivors criticized her, saying she did not call the principles a national policy and that this was a step backward. She also remained cautious about treaty participation.
The Maritime Self-Defense Force posted a 47-second video of a Tomahawk missile launch from the Aegis ship Chokai. The ship conducted its first live-fire test of the missile in the Pacific on July 29th. The close-up footage includes crew commands and background music. Some people criticized it, saying it glorified war.
Police in Osaka arrested a 58-year-old man on suspicion of causing his 80-year-old mother's death by repeatedly stepping on her. She suffered 8 broken ribs and died from traumatic shock. The man reportedly called emergency services after the attack. Investigators say he had also abused her before, blaming caregiving stress for the violence.
A police helicopter found the body of a young man near the Kitakama ridge of Mount Yari in the Northern Alps on August 9th. The body was on a steep slope hundreds of meters below the ridge. A 19-year-old university student had gone missing after entering the mountains alone for a one-night trip. Police are confirming the identity.
次は社会のニュースです。
August 9th marks 81 years since an atomic bomb was dropped on Nagasaki. At the city's peace ceremony, Mayor Shiro Suzuki said in his peace declaration that humanity and nuclear weapons can never coexist. As survivors age and the international situation grows more difficult, he said people must not give up.
Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi said Japan is maintaining its three non-nuclear principles: not possessing, producing, or allowing nuclear weapons into the country. Shigemitsu Tanaka, a survivor group leader, criticized her for not calling them a national policy, saying this was a step backward. He also requested legal protection and treaty participation.
Large typhoon number 15 moved westward over the Pacific east of Japan on August 9th. It may come very close to the Pacific coast of the Tohoku region on the afternoon of August 11th and could make landfall. The Morioka Weather Office urged people in Iwate to watch for high waves and heavy rain.
Unit 3 at the Ohii nuclear power plant in Fukui Prefecture automatically stopped operating on the night of August 8th. The shutdown was caused by a problem in the power generation equipment. The operator said there was no impact outside the plant. The company is investigating the details of the problem.
Japan's government is considering a law for income-based benefit payments planned from fiscal 2027. The national government and local authorities would work together. People who have registered public payment bank accounts may receive money without applying. The program aims to reduce tax and social insurance burdens for low and middle-income workers.
During wartime, several Japanese universities carried out human experiments involving blood transfusions, including patients and children. Researchers used stored blood, incompatible blood types, and animal blood, hoping to apply the methods on battlefields. Some patients died afterward, including a man and a 9-year-old boy. The experiments were published in medical journals of that period.
After the Kumamoto earthquake, a 10-year-old 5th-grade girl is staying with her family at an evacuation center in Yatsushiro. She spends time playing a smartphone game with friends on the stage of a school gym. Her father works during the day, while her mother cares for her 3-year-old sister because preschool has not fully reopened.
A landslide washed away a bridge on a road leading to Mount Subakuro in Nagano Prefecture. About 390 guests and others at 3 mountain huts and hot spring lodgings were isolated as of 10 a.m. on August 9th. No injuries were reported. Water, gas, and electricity remained available at 2 facilities.
Earthquakes around Mount Tsurumi and Mount Garan in Oita Prefecture increased from the night of August 8th. The weather agency recorded 211 earthquakes by 9 a.m. on August 9th, based on preliminary figures. It said volcanic activity could be changing, but the volcanic alert level remains at level 1.
次はビジネス関連のニュースです。
U.S. non-farm employment fell by 23,000 in July, far below the market forecast of an 80,000 increase. The unemployment rate improved to 4.1%, below the expected 4.2%. Concerns about weaker jobs reduced expectations for a U.S. rate hike. The yen strengthened, briefly reaching the 156 yen range against the dollar.
In a survey of 111 major companies, 51% expected Japan's economy to continue expanding. That was down from 70% in January. 38% expected no change and 5% predicted a gradual decline. Companies mainly cited higher prices, weak consumer spending, and energy costs. Investment recovery was the main reason for expecting growth.
Starting in August, the government began asking about 16 million pension recipients aged 65 or older to link their pension bank accounts to public payment accounts. People who do not want this must return a postcard within 45 days. If they do nothing, registration proceeds. The system aims to simplify future government payments, but critics question the opt-out method.
Prime Minister Takakichi took a cautious position on joining a review conference for the Treaty on the Prohibition of Nuclear Weapons. The Prime Minister said the government needs to examine whether attending would be effective in promoting nuclear disarmament. The comments came on the 81st anniversary of the atomic bombing of Nagasaki.
Sony has proposed buying Tamron, a global company specializing in lenses for interchangeable lens cameras. Tamron makes products for Sony's E-mount and Nikon's Z-mount systems, and Sony already owns a stake in the company. The proposal is notable because Sony's recent investments have mainly focused on entertainment and semiconductors rather than consumer electronics.
The company operating the real estate investment product, Mina de Uyasan Narita, reported a net loss of 298.3 billion yen for the year ending March 2026. Its debts exceeded its assets by 288.1 billion yen. The company sharply reduced the value of its land and buildings. It said selling its properties may improve the situation.
Prime Minister Takaichi said there was nothing she could announce at this time about a possible cabinet reshuffle or changes to Liberal Democratic Party leadership. Speaking at a news conference in Nagasaki, she said the government was using all its strength to respond to the Kumamoto earthquake. She did not provide further details.
China's consumer price index rose 0.5% in July from a year earlier, marking the 10th straight month of growth. However, the increase was 0.5 percentage points smaller than in June. Core consumer prices, excluding food and energy, rose 0.9%, down 0.1 point. Producer prices rose 3.5%, also at a slower rate.
Italian rail group FS says its operator Trenitalia will enter the Paris-London high-speed rail market in 2029, competing with Eurostar. For stronger operations in France, it ordered 19 new train sets from Hitachi Rail. The investment, including maintenance and servicing, will total about 2 billion euros, or about 365 billion yen.
では、スポーツニュースをお伝えします。
In Major League Baseball, Yoshinobu Yamamoto started for the Dodgers against the Arizona Diamondbacks. He pitched well, allowing no runs before the sixth inning ended. Shohei Ohtani hit a game-winning RBI single in the 10th inning. The Dodgers won and ended their losing streak at 7 games.
White Sox player Munetaka Murakami hit his 26th home run against the Cleveland Guardians. It was his second straight game with a home run. His performance helped the White Sox win and end a 4-game losing streak. The White Sox were leading the American League Central Division.
At the Summer National High School Baseball Tournament, Hanamaki Higashi High School of Iwate beat Nida High School of Eheim 4-2 in the first game on the tournament's 5th day. Hanamaki Higashi scored in small steps throughout the game. The victory sends the Iwate team into the second round.
Hitomi Nakajima set a new Japanese record in the women's 100-meter hurdles. At a meet in Yamanashi Prefecture, the 31-year-old runner finished in 12.62 seconds. That time improved the previous Japanese record by 0.07 seconds. Nakajima showed strong speed in the second half of the race.
Yoshihisa Hirano of the Oryx Buffaloes will retire from professional baseball after this season. He announced his decision after a career as one of Japan's leading relief pitchers. Hirano has recorded 250 saves and 200 holds in Japan and the United States combined. He is from Kyoto Prefecture.
The Japan Football Association is investigating 4 Japanese referees over an allegation reported by South Korean media. The report says South Korea's Football Association gave sexual entertainment to foreign referees in the past. 2 of the 4 Japanese officials allegedly received it while working a 2012 World Cup qualifier between South Korea and Kuwait. The association plans to publish its findings.
Simon Bunalangi, A 26-year-old player for Kyushu in Japan Rugby League One's second division has died after suffering heat stroke. He became unsteady after practice in Fukuoka on August 3rd and was taken to a hospital. The temperature during training was 35 degrees Celsius. He died on the morning of August 7th.
Ichiro has been selected as one of the 50 great players honored in connection with the Seattle Mariners' 50th anniversary. The announcement was made on August 9, 2026. He also delighted fans in a home run contest involving former Mariners players.
Tomokazu Harimoto defeated Sora Matsushima 4-2 in the men's singles semifinal at the WTT Champions Yokohama tournament. Harimoto, ranked 5th in the world, advanced to the final against South Korea's Oh Jun-song. His sister Miwa also reached the women's final, putting the siblings close to winning titles at the same event.
続いて、国際ニュースです。
Iran says reopening shipping through the Strait of Hormuz requires more than an agreement with Oman. Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi said a deal on the route between Iran and Oman is close. He also said Iran wants compensation from the United States and other conditions. Reports say the negotiations may be stalled.
Russian forces carried out a series of attacks on Kyiv and areas nearby, killing 4 people. Ukraine's president said drone attacks near Kyiv killed a 3-year-old child and the child's grandparents. 4 others, including the parents and brother, were injured. A ballistic missile attack on Kyiv killed 1 person. He called for sanctions and more air defense missiles.
Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky says North Korea has decided to send between 30,000 and 50,000 soldiers to Russia. He also believes Russia will provide North Korea with all kinds of equipment in the future. Zelensky also urged other countries to provide continued support for Ukraine.
China's Guangdong Maritime Safety Administration announced traffic controls in the Taiwan Strait because Typhoon number 13 was approaching. Ships traveling north from the southern part of the strait were told to avoid strong winds and follow Chinese instructions. Taiwan criticized the move, saying China has no right to control the international waters. No ships were known to have received demands.
Yemen's interim government forces say they carried out a military operation against the Iran-backed Houthi group. They said they attacked Houthi command centers in retaliation for an earlier Houthi attack that killed at least 30 people. The Houthis also claimed a drone attack on a Saudi Aramco refinery. A fire was reported, but no one was injured.
A South Korean research ship appears to have conducted a marine survey without prior permission in Japan's exclusive economic zone near Takeshima. Officials saw the ship lower a wire-like object into the water west of Takeshima. Japan strongly protested to South Korea, saying research without Japan's consent in the zone is unacceptable.
Former President Biden is suffering severe pain while battling cancer, according to the report. His second son said the situation is difficult. The report gives no further information about Biden's condition. It only says that the former president is fighting cancer and experiencing intense pain, while his son described the situation as hard.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky made his first visit to Serbia since taking office in 2019. In Belgrade, he met Serbian President Aleksandar Vučić for more than 3 hours. They discussed a free trade agreement, rebuilding Ukraine, energy, and food security. Both countries seek European Union membership. The visit aimed to show Serbia moving away from Russia.
South Korean media report that the Korea Football Association may have provided sexual hospitality to foreign referees. The referees worked at 7 matches in South Korea in 2011 and 2012, including World Cup and Olympic qualifiers. Reports say Japanese referees were among them. The expenses were reportedly paid with the association's corporate card.
続いて、文化・芸能ニュースをお伝えします。
Top Japanese YouTuber Ikaken has announced the birth of his second child, a baby boy. He said, "I am now a father of 2 on August 9th. The mother and baby are healthy and stable." His video records the family's journey from learning the baby's sex in January through birth and childcare.
The male group Boys and Men has announced the end of its exclusive contract with Fortune Entertainment on March 31st, 2026. During a transition period, until March 31st, 2027, the group will use both its old name and its new name, Deluxe Boys. From April 1st, 2027, it will work as Deluxe Boys.
Actor and playwright Yuki Kuroda has joined the comedy duo Gappori Kensetsu. The announcement was made on social media on August 9th. The duo will now consist of Kuroda, who is 44, and comedian Minoru Murota. Kuroda first became known as a talented child actor and now works mainly as an actor.
Comedy duo Takumi Takamori and Hirotaka Abe perform routines about war, including the atomic bombing, while exploring the meaning of life. Their atomic bomb routine has continued since 2021 after a request from a second-generation survivor in Nagasaki. They interviewed survivors for a year. They hope comedy can help young people face fading memories of war.
The film I Want to Meet You Again on the Hill Where That Star Falls is a sequel to the 2023 hit If We Meet Again on the Hill Where the Flower Blooms. The core story remains. A woman remembers someone who died while a man falls in love with her. The film changes the journey, making Yuri a high school teacher.
A special television drama about manga artist Osamu Tezuka will air on August 12th at 10 p.m. Kengo Kora stars as Tezuka. The story moves between the 1970s and wartime 1945, when a teenage version of Tezuka is insulted as a traitor but keeps drawing manga. The drama shows Tezuka facing painful war memories through his work.
Actor Mirai Moriyama stars in the drama Sasa Makura, based on a novel by Saiichi Maruya. He plays Shoichi Hamada at age 45, a man who escaped military service during the war. Moriyama said the subject is difficult to discuss. The drama shows how his act was seen as a crime, then heroic, and later condemned.
32 normally closed cultural sites in Kyoto Prefecture will open for special public visits from October 20th to December 6th. This is the largest number in the event's history. The sites include temples, shrines, buildings, and Buddhist statues. Hozuji Temple, which has works by Ito Jakuchu, will open for the first time in 10 years. Admission fees support preservation.
About 400 people attended a ceremony in Tokyo on August 7th to celebrate Sota Fuji's 4th straight Meijin title. Fuji defended the title by defeating Tetsuo Itodani 4-0. As his commemorative gift, Fuji chose a 27-inch computer display, which he plans to use as a hobby. A 5th title next season would qualify him for the lifetime Meijin title.
今日のニュースは以上です。最後までお付き合いいただき、ありがとうございました。おやすみなさい。